different times, you know, trying to include as many people as we can. I know some of you are up this time, some of you aren't. That's fine. There we go. Let's get this thing pulled up. So, like I said, we're just going to hang out tonight and talk. Like, you know, I really want to know what you guys are passionate about besides Foxbodys. I mean, what else are you into? We can talk Foxbody stuff as well. But what's going on, Mustang guy? T-Top Thomas, what's happening? Let's see. Whew, I've been sanding on the car, so I am absolutely filthy tonight. So this thing is just not wanting to. It'll be all right. We'll make it. So what's going on? Format 77, Lamar in the house, Mustang Lab, Florum, Will. Yeah, so what's going on, everybody? Like I said, I just want to hang out, talk to you, drink my sissy drink, and had No Limit Drag Racing 2.0. Man, No Limit Drag Racing was pretty good. I'm passionate about lower gas prices. Yeah, me too, right? So Philip Wild says, Mustang engines, transmissions, rear ends, good suspension components, you know, the important things in life. Yeah, but like other than cars, like what are you guys into? I guess let me start out. So I'm into a lot of different things personally. I like RC cars. I'm into that. I build like e-cigarettes and my own coils and my own juice. Kind of big into that. Been big into that since like 2009, actually. I've been doing that stuff. Let's see, colognes. I love colognes. I've got a pretty good collection of that. Hell, I don't know. Just pretty much whatever tickles my fancy. I'm in and out of things. So, any of you guys into any of that stuff? No more Sundays? Nah, guys, it just depends on my work schedule. Look, I'm not the guy to tell you I'm going to do a live every Sunday, okay? I'm just not that guy. We're going to do things as we can do them. I can't be held to a schedule. But, yeah, I try to do Sundays when I can, and I'm going to try to do live this Sunday as well. But the problem is by the time I get off work, Neo is usually trying to go live. Mentorship, entrepreneurship. At least you're not drinking a White Claw. Nah, bro, that's the nastiest thing in the world. I don't see how people drink White Claws. That's horrible. Tequila. Big plant guy. Okay, so Nunya says that he's a big plant guy. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of in, well, I say that. I have gone through spells where I was into, you know, like gardening and things like that. CIA got brutal working overtime, yeah. So Big Boy says cigars, that's pretty cool. Guns, EDC, and history, pretty cool. So all right, Mustang Lab, give me some of your EDC stuff that you like to carry. I know I kind of got into knives and stuff, but I always tried to find some of the cheaper stuff. So I got into Gonzo knives or Ganzo at one point. What else do you carry, EDC? Adjust the focus, please. There's no adjusting the focus. It is what it is here. It's clear on my end, guys. I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. I'm in love with those ponies, man. Yeah. I'm really liking these things. And we'll probably talk a little bit about color ideas tonight on the car. I got Bondo filler all over my fingers here. Playing poker. Texas Hold'em. That's pretty cool, man. I'm not a big poker player. So David says building model cars. That's pretty cool. So what kind of model cars? Just anything, everything, Mustang related? That's pretty cool. Lamar says he's on his second bourbon after a long day. I love to learn how to do new stuff. 417 Fox in the house. So home improvement and making stuff. And that is very true, man. I'm kind of the same way. I want to learn how to do new things. I never want to stop. I always want to try to better myself and then pass those teachings along. Going to school for TIG welding. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, that's something that I hadn't thought about. I've like dabbled with TIG welding. My welder will TIG, but I'm not that great at it. But I have been practicing just my regular old MIG welding skills. I do enjoy that. So Sam says cooking, baking for me actually. Well, that's something that I'm not like passionate about, but I do enjoy baking, cooking, trying new things, recipes and things like that. So I can understand that. That's really cool. And that's something good to do. If you guys are looking for something to get into, cooking and baking, that is very good. That's something that you can get into and spend time with the family with as well. Demolition stuff, always different stuff. That's pretty cool. Mustang Guy 6501 says always guns, but that's natural for us guys. Believe it or not, I'm not a big gun guy. I'm just not. I mean, I'm not against guns by any means. I own guns. I just don't get into it like a lot of people do, where they got to buy them all up and have 30, 40, 50 guns. I'm just not that kind of guy. I think we've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 guns, something like that. And I'm big on like being proficient with what I have, right? And not having so many different calibers that if the shit did hit the fan, that I can't remember what this gun takes, what that gun takes. I try to keep everything pretty much the same, like 2 or 3 calibers at the most. It just makes it a little easier, you know. We could go off on a tangent on that. I've got a lot of thoughts on people that collect guns for certain reasons. Like if you want to collect them just to collect them, that's cool. I get that, but it's always hilarious to me, the people that think that that they can have 200 guns in their house and they're just going to hold up in their house when the shit hits the fan, and they're going to be safe in their house. For one thing, bullets are going to go right through your house more than likely, at least through your windows. And how are you going to take all those guns with you when you leave? There we go. All right, we got Handling in the house. Where's he at? Really into barbecuing, man. That is cool. Yeah, so I'm into that as well. I have a Z Grills smoker. Yeah, pretty big into that, man. I love to do a Boston butt and just baby back ribs. Love it. Yeah, so Mustang Labs into guns as well. My son built a notchback drag car model. Oh, I wish I could post a pic, David says. That's cool, man. I'm into the RC cars, so I can appreciate model cars and things like that as well, man. It's all about eye candy, I think, for car people. You know, we want something that's beautiful, whether we can sit back and just look at it, or something to hold, or whatever the case may be. And model cars they're beautiful. I mean, they look like our cars, you know. You can sit and just appreciate them. So Mike J says that he enjoys spending time with his 5-year-old daughter. Mike J, I think you just put us all on blast here. Dude, that is the best thing ever. And yes, I enjoy as well spending time with my 3-year-old, my 7-year-old. But I got like 12 kids. But I enjoy spending time with all of them. That is honestly very, very good to do. I think more of us need to do that and not focus so much on our cars and our toys and everything else. The best thing that we can do, in my opinion, as car people, is try to incorporate our family into what we do when you can. We also have to understand that not everybody's going to like what we do, and we're probably the only ones that think that we're cool. Our families, our kids, and things like that, more than likely don't think we're as cool as what we think we are. So 417 Fox says that he just likes to challenge himself, always trying to improve yourself and add the skill. Yes. So if you guys don't know, 417 Fox, we met, a couple years ago at Ford Takeover. And guys, I really wanted to push him to do more. I saw something in him, and I really wanted to push him to get him to see that he could do this. Start a YouTube channel, really do it, and he did. And he's very successful at it. Lord knows he sold 1 million of those radio bezels and things like that. So I'm very proud of him. So he really is proof that, you know, you can do more with your life. You can do the things that you wanted to do. If you're really passionate about it, you can pull it off. You can get it done. But at the same time, it's not meant for everybody. You know, not everybody wants to do more. There are certain people in this world that are just happy to be where they are. They're happy to come home, kick back with a beer, spend a little bit of time with the family, go to sleep, go to work the next day. Like, that's their routine. And look, if that's what makes you happy, then by all means do that. But if you feel like your life is not fulfilled yet, trust me, there's so much more in life that you can do. You can do anything you want to do. 417 Fox is proof of that. So Bama 50 says 7 grandkids keep me busy for sure. That's cool, man. 417 Fox says you were my inspiration, brother. Man, I appreciate that. I know, you know, you've mentioned it before, myself and Foxcast as well, and some others. It does make me proud to know that I was able to reach out to somebody and see it. I mean, I see what you had up here the whole time. It's now out there for everybody to see, and I just think that's so cool, man. That's what I love about YouTube. And now you have the ability to do the same. You've touched people, you've inspired people, and it's paying it forward, right? So it's really cool, man. Loud and obnoxious. I'm with Johnny B. Good. I'd really like to learn body work. I'll always pay someone, Stephen King says. Body work is something that we're going to cover on the channel. I'm actually not really going to cover it in the next video, but you're going to see me doing some body work. Now, I have to always state I am not a professional, but at the same time, I don't care. It's completely irrelevant if I am or not. I get the results that I'm happy with at the end of the day. Some of the ways that I do things are not the way that a professional would do it because I never went to school for it. You know, like I learned what would work through years of practice and just messing around. I'm going to show you guys how I do things, and we're just going to have to deal with the haters, with the know-it-alls and the people that come in that do this for a living and want to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. Look, the only thing I can say is my cars are my proof. They're not the cleanest, they're not perfect, but we also did it pretty much in a garage. I'm going to share all those tips and tricks with a lot of you because I do believe that there are a lot of people watching right now that want to be able to paint, do their own body work and things like that, but you're scared to. You don't know how to start, and that's basically what I want to do. I want to remind you and prove to you that you can. Now, some of you don't belong to be painting anything. You don't belong to be doing no body work or anything. Like, it takes a talent. I mean, there is a talent there, and I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and tell you that anybody can do it. You could be taught. Anybody could be taught if you went to school probably for it. But body work is something that's a little different. Body work, you almost have to be an artist or else you will struggle with it. That's why I struggle with body work. You have to understand the flow of things. Highs, lows, where to blend, and things like that. Body work is just not something you just slap some Bondo on or a hammer and dolly and it's done. But I am going to cover some of this stuff. So, T-Top Thomas says, keep bugging 417 Fox about creating something for us 4-eye guys. Man, there's no telling what that dude's got up there in his brain and that head of his, I promise you. So David Gray says, brutal, I need help. I can either do a complete AOD to T5 Neo Mustang conversion kit, or I can have my current AOD upgraded, rebuilt to the best it can be. What do you suggest? All right, so before everybody starts saying T5, 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 because I know that's everybody's knee-jerk reaction, I'm going to ask you You don't have to answer directly, but I'm going to ask you what you want to do with the car. Do you want to just get in this thing and go and have a nice, comfortable driver that has some power and is quick, but it's just easy to drive, right? Stop and go traffic. If that's the case, absolutely just stay AOD. Do what you can do with it. If you're craving that 5-speed, craving it, and you just got to have it, then do the 5-speed. It really just comes down to whatever you want to do. Remember, guys, the grass is always greener on the other side. I love my AOD right now. At some point, I will start to miss the T5, and then I'll want to go that route. And then when I get the T5, I'll miss the AOD. So, just the way it goes. Mike Straminsky asked if that's a 40 ounce. What is that? I don't even know what that is, actually. It's big. I don't know. I love Smirnoff. Yes, TKX. Thoughts on fitting baby seat in New Edge Mustangs. So I had 2 kids with a 97 Mustang GT. There again, interior is the same as the New Edge. 2 kids. Didn't own an SUV back then. Didn't have a station wagon. Didn't have a minivan. Absolutely a car seat will fit. Now you run into with an infant car seat, that's where the problem starts to kind of come in. Because those things, the way they sit, they're real bulky, right? Once they're out of like the infant stages, typically, man, those car seats will fit in the back pretty much no problem. So yeah, I mean, they fit, man. They absolutely work. I did it for years. What's going on, Mayhem Mechanic? Let's see. The family and we play games and horror movies, 90s music. Dude, that is so cool. So Thomas, what was that, Slimp? Thomas Slimp says that they watch movies and play 90s music. That's cool, man. We do actually a lot of that. So right now, I'm on a Everyone Loves Raymond kick. So I've been watching that, going through the whole thing, just watching it. And I think it's good for the kids too, you know. They come in and so, like, I don't think we pay attention to how much our kids actually pay attention to us and what we do. When you sit down and you watch a movie, the kids may not be super interested in the movie, right? They may be up and down and this and that. But the fact that you take the time to sit down and relax is what they will remember once they become adults or, you know, older or whatever the case may be. So no matter what, take some time, sit down in the house with your kids, with your wife, with your husband, whatever you got. Sit down in there and take some time to watch TV. Watch some old stuff, watch new stuff. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, pop some popcorn, things like that. We all got to chill out at some point, right? So, what? Who had the newborn? Did I miss this? So Johnny B. Good says, drink some Mike's Hard Lemonade. Have more than one car, one AOD, one T5, and one C4. So Stephen Watts, what's your favorite car? I'll ask you that. Barbecue Mike, I want an AOD because I shift gears all day long. And that's true, man. That's kind of the way that that I am with this car, wanting an AOD. We have a 3500 stall that I got from a buddy of mine, Brandon. So depending on this motor, depending on what we do with it, I may put 3500 stall, you know, 373 gears, a nice cam. I don't know. We'll see. So Andrew, oh, very cool. So Andrew Painter. Well, Andrew, congratulations, man. That is so freaking awesome. I'm going to tell you something right now, man. I don't know if you've got kids, how many you have or whatever, if this is your first. But it is something special. That's what keeps us youthful, right? That's what keeps us young. And there's going to come a point. I've raised kids my whole life. My entire adult life, I have raised kids nonstop. And I don't even know how old I am, 42? I think I'm 42. My whole entire adult life. They're what keep us young, man. You know, we get to pass on our values, our morals, our learnings, and everything else to the kids. And it is so cool, man. Congratulations. Enjoy that, man. Enjoy it. Let's see. Uh-oh, let's have church. We don't need church tonight. I don't think we want to do that. So Pimp says we watch old stuff with the kids, show them that old doesn't mean bad. Oftentimes it's better. So very good observation there, Pimp. I do agree with that myself. I try to do the same thing with the kids, you know, introduce them to older music and things like that. It's so sad that today the media gets to control our kids and dictate what's cool, right? Like, whatever the media says is cool is what kids, you know, we did it too. Whenever I was younger, you know, whatever they said was cool was cool. Fads, if you will. But we can also show them other things as well. So 281 New Edge says, besides Mustang just getting back into the RC game, yeah, and teaching our 7-year-old. That's pretty cool, man. So yes, as you all know, I'm a big RC nut. I love it, man. Let's see, I'm a 5-speed Foxbody guy, but I like my buddy's coupe with an AOD. All right, so Stephen White said, let's say this. Not gonna have church per se tonight, but a lot of you guys that hate automatics, I have to ask a serious question. Have you ever had an automatic car besides like a grandma car or something like that? Have you ever had a car that like had a built transmission? Maybe made a little bit of power, maybe didn't, but a nice actual built transmission. I feel like a lot of the guys that hate on the AODs or just automatics in general don't understand what it's like to have a built automatic, because a built automatic is completely different. You got a car with a stall, you got some gear in this thing, you have to manually shift it or not, whatever, you know. It's something to behold. It is cool. And to me, that's the epitome of old muscle cars, right? So like the 65 Fastback, it's always had a 4-speed in it. Now it has a 5-speed. That particular car, I do enjoy it having a manual. But like my dad's 73 Mach 1, you know, that's an automatic car. And I absolutely love it. My 71 Pontiac Ventura that I had was an automatic car, obviously completely built. But man, I love driving it. I wouldn't want a 4-speed or a 5-speed in that car. And I do understand with the Foxbodys that the T5 is a really good transmission. It almost makes you, even the guys that maybe didn't like 5-speeds or manuals from the past, that T5 will almost make you fall in love with a manual. They might not be the strongest thing, but they shift really good and they're easy to drive. So Proline says that he had a 347 with a C4 and loved it. Yeah, man, you guys that hate automatics, but if you've never really never ridden in something that's built, you need to go ride in one that's built. It's pretty fun. Mustang 43058. What diff for a turbo 363 with 4R70W and 327 for street driving and occasional hard launch? Okay, if you're only going to be street driving this car, 33 splines with a locker, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that's where it's at. Don't do a spool unless of course, now some people like a spool. If you like a spool, then there you go. 33s and a spool. I went 35s. You don't have 35s are overkill. We'll never hurt that. We'll never break that. So I say 33s, man, with a locker. Limited slip. You know, I think Ford Performance has a 33 spline. I've got a 31 spline in there right now. But yeah, man, just keep it simple. As a matter of fact, speaking of which, we just rebuilt the rear end. These are the shims in the Retro Fox today. So I've got a video coming out probably Monday for you guys where I rebuilt the clutch pack in the Retro Fox, and I decided to leave the chunk in the car. T5 is a great transmission. You mean 31 spline? Did I say something wrong? I probably did. Yeah, so I was thinking 33. I don't want to go spool. Yeah, man, stay 33 and just put you a decent locker in it. Nothing crazy. You can put carbon fiber clutches in these things now. Good to go. T-Top Thomas says, I messaged you. Are you still looking for red seats? I just took mine out of my 82 if you're interested. Let's talk. I've actually talked to one other individual. He may be on here tonight. I can't remember, but I talked to somebody about a set of seats. But yeah, man, I'm pretty much always up for another set of seats. If I can afford them, you know, if I have it in the budget, me or Andrew one, there's a good chance we'll buy them. So I still need some seats, yes. Yeah, Yukon, the Yukon diff, Yukon axles. I mean, you can't go wrong. So Proline says it is hard to break a 31. It is. I mean, but I will say this. If you're going to be doing it, there's really no difference between a 31 and 33 money-wise. Might as well go 33. But 31s, if you can get a deal on them, that'll be fine too, especially with a turbo car. Ugh. I got 35 splines in mine. And listen to me, if you want any type of locker in your car, like a non-spool setup, it's like 600 and something bucks for that. So Mayhem Mechanic says, have you ever thought about building a Crown Vic? Even just some mild mods? Not really. I'm not really into them. I wouldn't mind building like a Cougar. Like a, what was it? Crap. What was the Cougar? The was it RX-7? What was the Cougar in the 90s? Best street clutch for T5. Street clutch, depending on horsepower. Man, I like that Ram. I like a Spec Stage 2 is a great clutch if you can still find one of those. Yeah, RX-7. So a Cougar RX-7. I love those cars. Like if I was going to do something a little different, I would do that. Always leave the modifier out. Makes it grip better. What? Hold on, Ben. Friction modifier, you saying leave it out? Bro, I have always put that in there. That has fixed rear ends that were slipping and only wanting to pull one tire. Explain that to me though. You know, I'm all ears. So if I need to leave that out, just explain to me why. I have a freshly rebuilt T5 and it's cool, but a lot of times I wish I had an auto, Victor says. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Bama, good to have you, man. I guess you're gone. Yep, got to work tomorrow. Justin Johnson says that I have an 83 SSP Coupe, has a 7.5 posi. I'm not going drag racing, just fun to play around with. This is my grandpa's old sheriff's patrol car. Yeah. No, man, keep the 7.5 in it, dude. You're not going to break it. You're good to go, man. Keep that thing in there and enjoy it. I have a 96 Thunderbird. That's cool. Wisnat says, what's up, buddy? I got a 79 hatchback in the shoot today. I'm going through for a customer. It was built with a 306 like in 1996, and hasn't been touched since 2004. It's a time capsule. So if you guys don't know, Wisnat Racing is a buddy of mine, Zeb, and his dad. That's pretty cool, man. These guys got some stuff. We need to get back over there. Zeb, get up with me maybe next week sometime, and let's try to coordinate something so I can get back over there and do some video. I don't like the 6-speed in the new cars. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big fan of those either. I would love to have a 64 Thunderbird. I heard Royal Purple diff weight oil has modifier in it already. Friction modifier can make it slip. I'm interested too. Yeah, I'd like to know about this. I've never heard of it. I will tell you that I've always had really good luck. Like since the 80s, man, I've been a believer in friction modifier. it works. But I mean, if there's something to it, hey man, I'm all ears. I had a rear diff making a bunch of noises. Yeah, and the modifier solved it. I thought it would burn up the clutches if you didn't. Now you don't have to use modifier, but it's supposed to help. I know this shit stinks. Like, it is the worst smelling thing you've ever smelled in your life. What's going on in TH Welding? Are you going to have any new merch for Ford Takeover? I'd like to get a white hat to match my OG white hoodie. So yeah, we're gonna do some new merch. Dang, my other computer's inside. I would show you guys. Yeah, I've got a couple of new things. We're probably gonna have like two new shirts for Ford Takeover. But yeah, we're gonna have some stuff. Okay, so Zeb says, come on over whenever I get time. Cool. Yeah, so 5 Point Slow says 31 spline can get you 830s, no problems. I don't see most people going that fast. Yeah, that's true. 31 splines really can get you fast. I put 35s. I didn't need it. All right. So my old car we called Yellow Wolf, my 04 Cobra. Zeb and his dad bought that car. So Zeb says, also Yellow Wolf went to knocking last week on the dyno after it made 870 rear wheel horsepower. Old car was on a mission. Dude, that's making some good power. That's awesome. So Yellow Wolf made 840 rear wheel horsepower, but it's now got a knock. But that's no problem for Zeb and his dad. Hell, I think they probably got another motor laying around, but it sucks, but they'll have it back and they'll have it right. Demon GT, he is named after the show from a yes. So I guess somebody asked where my name come from. So my name is Nakia. And as my wife explains here, Amy Hester says that I was named after an actor from a 70s TV show. About a Native American police officer. So my mom was watching the movie or the TV show. I think it was a series. Watching it, absolutely loved it. Thought it was cool. So that's where I got my name from. Yes, Yellow Wolf was named after the rapper. Yes, absolutely, from Gadsden, Alabama. That is correct. I used to name all my cars after like rappers and stuff. So I had a 90, what was that car? 92, 93 LX. It was solid black wheels. I called it Sir Mix-a-Lot. What color will you be painting the 65? JB's Garage asked. Well, I'm not sure on that 100%. Man, I've got so many ideas. I personally, if we don't go some type of gray or silver so that we can keep the name Gray Ghost, I would want to do just a really pretty solid red with white stripes. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah, them ponies though, I know, right? I love those ponies back there. No, what are you talking about, Mustang guy? You talking about missing Ford Takeover? No, man, you can't miss it. You got to be there. So spline and speed have no bearing. It's launching. Yes. Yes, launching is the factor. That's what's going to break. A nitrous car is going to be really rough on axles versus, say, like a turbo car. So let's see. Wisnat Mustang says it's going to become a 5.0 stroker with a lot more goodies on it. Yeah. So it's got a 3.2 Kenny Bell on it now. Gonna try to have it ready for Mustang week since we were going. So Zeb, are you guys gonna go to Ford Takeover? Because that's where you need to be going. Ford Takeover, bro. Scotty Scarborough, wow, are you still alive, bro? What happened to you? Where have you been? What's up, Scotty? We gonna have some barbecue bacon, man? Hook it up, hook it up. I need a white one named Vanilla Ice. Yeah, I know, right? So Tangelo with a black hood. Yeah, yeah. Brutal, what did your Chevelle run at the track back in the day? That car was a 408 roller motor. It was a solid roller. Nothing crazy, man. I can't even remember what heads it had on. I think it had some Iron Eagles or something on it. I can't remember. It ran 720. 720 and 8th. It was all motor. No nitrous, nothing like that. I think it was like 720. That was on just 93 as well. Did someone say turbo? Scotty said. Oh my God, barbecue bacon. Yeah, Kelly knows what I'm talking about. Man, it's funny because I don't know if a lot of you guys have ever had barbecue bacon. I grew up, my dad used to cook it all the time. So Papa T always had some barbecue bacon on the grill. And nobody ever knew what I was talking about. Anytime I'd ever mention it, they're like, what? That's weird. I met Scotty and he knew all about it. Like we were talking about it one day. And so like we got together. I guess you could say still have a Mustang club, but it's really everybody else kind of handles it for me. But we were all a member of, PFO Mustangs. So when we would have meets, Scotty would bring the grill and all, and he would cook everybody barbecue bacon. Dude, I'm telling you, if you've never had barbecue bacon, you need to try it. Now be careful. Probably need to lay some tinfoil out on your grill or whatever the case may be, because it will catch on fire really quick, but it's very good. You just cook it up, barbecue it up, and man, it's like candy. It's like candy, bro. Yes, definitely miss y'all too, Kelly. I hadn't seen y'all in a while. We need to get up and do something for sure. Justin Johnson says Sir Mix-a-Lot radio name is Prime Minister. Look him up on YouTube. No excuses on the bowl. What you sipping on? Just a smearing off ice. Nothing crazy. Bring the meat to the car meet. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's cover the shop. So Stephen King asked, where did I get my shop? So I live in basically Dothan, Alabama, southeast Alabama. Let's see, we've had the shop for about a year and a half now, I guess. We bought it from a place called All Metal, and they basically handled the shop that you see. All the wood, all the tin, right? We got that put up first. I can't remember the exact price. It really wasn't that bad at the time. So we got that put up, and then I had somebody else do the concrete. So he come out and did the concrete for me. And that was it. I mean, we pretty much had the shop. It was quick. It was done in like a day. Now everybody asks how much. I guess with everything, with the concrete and all, I want to say we had like maybe $17,000 or $18,000. I want to say. Now that's not the driveway going all the way out. Prices are not that cheap right now, okay? So you'll never get it that cheap again. But I want to say we'll just call it $17,000 to $20,000, somewhere in there is about what we had in the shop initially to get it up. And then I wired everything up myself, as you can see. You can see all the wires hanging and stuff, so I did it. I think I said like 14. Okay, maybe it was 14 for just the shop and the concrete. Guys, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Maybe. Without concrete, yeah, I said one time 12 to 13 without concrete. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't remember. We've had so much stuff done, and I always get the concrete past the shop confused, and like I try to add that in or either whatever. But we got every single time, guys. You know how we do it. Let's see. Nice. I had a Coors Light. Planning on using your template for mine. So this is a pretty good little setup. you know, obviously I wish I'd have went a little bigger, but I will say this. I do wish I'd have went bigger, but this works perfect for me. The only thing I would have liked to have was a little more depth. Width-wise, I'm perfectly happy with the width of this shop. Depth-wise, though, I wish that we had about another 10 feet that way. That's the only thing I really wish to change. Yeah, low power mode, I know, right? Wow, so Zeb says the exact same building that they built, the exact same building we built last year has doubled in price, he said. It's 30 by 30. So I'll take you guys around. So we don't ever really get to do this. I mean, I kind of covered it in the last video. So there's actually a decent amount of room to walk around. As long as you kind of keep everything over here pushed to the side, you have plenty of room to walk around. But this is the thing, I guess, that a lot of people always ask about it. You can see just how close. It's actually touching the roof up there. But these are only 10-foot eaves in this shop. So it will work, but you just have to be careful on the placement. Oh yeah, what did you guys think about the Retro Fox on the 18s? Does it look as good as you thought it might look, or maybe better, worse? This is probably still my favorite look though. I absolutely love that. The green and gold, come on man. That's just awesome. I love it. But it's really nothing to show in the shop. It's just a big box. That's it. Yeah. So the retro look, I'm gonna be honest with you, it didn't look as good as I thought that it would. It looks good, but I just didn't realize how much that those anniversary wheels actually work with that car. Those wheels really just look good on there. And you know, the 18s look good as well, but I don't know. So I actually like the Calypsos or the 18s on the Calypso better. I kind of do too. I do too. Yeah, I love the gold wheels on the Calypso. What's going on, next gen car guys in the house? Hey, you guys gonna make it to Ford Takeover as well? Retro looks best with anniversary wheels. 18s are money on the Fox. Yeah, I prefer the Celines on the Calypso. I need some 18-inch chrome Celines, Zeb says. Golds. Yeah, so are the 93 Cobra reps, are they done? Like, can we order these things now? Or what's the deal with makers on that? Pony wheels on the Retro. Yes, we are going to put the pony wheels on the Retro here soon. The main reason why we're going to put the pony wheels on there is that's where my drag radials went. Any tips on fitting a 19x8? They should go. No problem. Justin Johnson says, man, it's getting late in Chattanooga. Yeah, absolutely. What red should I paint my car? I need some recommendations. So Trevor wants to know about some recommendations on some red paint. Makers has been taking pre-order money. Huh. So they are starting to deliver. Guys, I wanted a set of those wheels so bad, but I couldn't wait. It had already been years, you know, since they started talking about it. And just couldn't do it. At some point, though. Oh, okay. China. So you guys help him out with some colors. Wouldn't mind 17-inch. So Scott, that's really been something that I've wanted to do. And I know a lot of people don't like the idea, but 17-inch turbines would be really cool if you added a little bit of a concave design to them. I'm telling you, those wheels would be awesome. I don't know, but don't like we're ever gonna get that. What brand of base coat are you going to use on the Project Fox? I heard you say Omni wasn't very good the other day. I know it mixes 3-to-1, concerned about covering. Now that's the problem, Mike, that I ran into with Omni, is it just doesn't cover as good. It all depends on what you can get in your local area. We can get Nason. They carry Nason. I love Nason. I have no issues. I've heard people that hate it and don't like it. I don't know. I don't know where the hate comes from. I love it. Not any issues. So I use Nason base, or it just depends. It depends. I get whatever. But Omni is relatively thin, or used to be anyway. You can work with whatever you got, man. As far as base coat goes, if it's a simple color, I wouldn't worry about it. The problem that I have seen is if you go with a cheaper base and you're going with something that's got like a lot of metallic, a lot of pearl in it, the cheaper bases like Nason doesn't have the pop as like a DuPont or something like that, a different base. So, but most people aren't going to notice it anyway. Now, if it's a solid color, man, just whatever. Get the cheapest base you can get, because base is base. Base has no substance. It's not going to hold up. It doesn't serve as anything, right? The clear coat is what the protectant is. So it doesn't really matter. Just go with whatever base that you can get and that you like. So John says he's into guitars. That's cool, man. How do I feel about drag lights? Logan, I love drag lights. Love them, man. They'll never go completely out of style. Laser red. That's different. Hadn't heard that in a while. Some people kind of on the fence because it's a darker or duller red, but medium canyon red, yeah, I get it, man. Look, sometimes a bright in-your-face red isn't just for everybody. It's just there's just certain times. I love Cabernet red in a two-tone. I love it, but I don't like Cabernet red. Yeah, wild strawberry can look great on the right car. It's just the wild strawberry doesn't have enough depth for me. It looks a little washed out sometimes. A respray, a good proper respray wild strawberry can look pretty deep, but typically I don't know. There are other colors out there that I prefer. Have you ever had any trouble with a Sullivan popping with solvent pop using Nason Clear? I'll be painting her car in the garage and not a lot of air movement. No, Mike. Look, I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I'm no expert, but solvent pop, as long as you don't wet it down too much, right? You let it tack, you let it air out, you let it breathe in between your base coat or your sealer or whatever you do. If you don't put it on too heavy, you should be good to go. The weather's getting right for it. Just remember, as the weather starts to heat up, we need to kind of turn that airflow down a little bit. So that's something that I was never really fully aware of on my guns. So like in the summertime, I would just paint to whatever worked, right? Just you test it and you spray. So that you have so that the panel is wet whenever you're spraying. Well, in the wintertime, it's going to stay wet longer, right? So it took me forever to realize that I needed to open the pattern up, atomize that paint a little bit better, and it would lay good. And it did. It took me a while to learn all that. But as far as solvent pop goes, just don't get too carried away with it, and you should be good to go. How do I fix pitting and quarter window moldings? Hold on a second. This is what I use for quarter glass. It's called polyglaze. It's like a icing, if you guys know that. It's like it's a very lightweight filler. It's all it is. That's it. It's a polyester glazing blending putty. I actually use it on the car if the spots aren't too deep. It's a 2-part. Any of that. Go to your local auto parts store and pick you up something like that, and you'll be good to go. Just smear it on there, sand it off. Good. What's going on, Fox newbie? Just glad to see the mesh wheels back on the clip set. I had a problem with a 1K premix clear, started cracking after about 7 months. Definitely going to go with a better quality 2K. Yeah, stay away from any 1K clear. Any 1-part clear, no. There you go. Just no. Foxbody RC car, I need to get one because I actually have an on-road car. So yeah, I need to get one. I just keep forgetting about it. I went to Martin Senior. Yes, so Martin Senior is good paint as well. I think Napa used to sell that. I don't know who sells it now. Well, all right, guys. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I just wanted to hang out with you, talk to you a little bit tonight, see what you guys' passions, hobbies, and everything else, were. And even the people that weren't live with us, they'll be able to go back and just see what you guys are interested in. I just thought it was cool. Oh man, Fox newbie, brother, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Says his little cousin tragically passed away this morning. Brother, I feel you. I've been through some stuff in the past couple of months, and it's gonna be rough, brother, but just hang in there and know that there's nothing you can do about it. It sounds harsh, but it's not. For anybody that's going through anything, just know that you can't change it. It is what it is now. There's nothing you can do. And what your life becomes and how you deal with things is completely up to you and your mental state. It's not always going to be easy, but when you understand that there's nothing you can change about it, there's no way to fix it, I think that's the first move to start, getting better. At least it's helped me anyway. But man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, yes, got it from Napa. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, guys. Try to leave on a positive note. Look, we got a little bit of body work, not really body work. I've not videoed any actual body work yet on the car. I sanded on the car to kind of see where we were at. Now today I did a lot of body work on it, but I didn't video because I can't video everything. So I figure what I'll do is I'll do my body work thing on this side, and then on the other side I will video that for you. And I'm going to really try to break it down in a way that most people don't explain it. Some of you won't get it. You're going to think it's too kindergartenish or whatever the case may be. But I think for a lot of people that maybe are kind of just interested in doing some body work, or maybe they've thought about it, I think maybe the way that I'm going to present it could really help somebody understand. Most of it, if you're going to be doing body work, is just literally getting out there and trying it. That's all it is. Just getting out there and trying it. And if you mess it up, you're already going to have to get it painted anyway, right? But anyway, yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll have a video out tomorrow if I can get my lazy butt in there and edit tonight. I forgot I had to do that. Crap. So let me get inside, edit today's video, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow.